I'm muted, aren't I? Shit. Yep, I was muted. Mega, can you hear me now? Hopefully you can hear me now. I was in fact muted because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. If you're watching this in the future, my apologies for the last 2 minutes of dead air from your perspective. To repeat what I've said already, I am playing Sir Heroscape, but that game is not happening for an hour. So I'm going to start, but I started the stream early to watch Doc versus Dunedain. Dunedain, awesome, Mega, thanks. So Dunedain has the same army that I do, which is the 4 heavies, Grimnack, Narak, Hrognak, and it's the same map. So we're going to just do a little bit of a preview here on watching heavy grets on this map. I have a pretty good idea already of what I want to do with heroes here, at least Narak. Actually haven't thought too much about Hrognak positions, so I'm quite curious to see what Dunedain does in fact come up with here. Both me and Dunedain's matchups are into ranged armies, so that's a concern in terms of, like, you know, not getting Grimnack shot to bits. Sir H probably has a bit more hero killing power with the ranged component, whereas Doc has more hero killing power with the melee component with Maladrix and the Festering Honor Guard. So from Doc's perspective here, he wants to make Grimnack a mother. And from Dunedain's perspective, Grimnack is not interested in having a alien baby. Mega is Frostclaw Citadel. Let's check the... I don't know names is the thing. Yes, this is Frostclaw Citadel. According to the bracket, at least, we have Doc versus Dunedain. Game FF of round 5. Cool, anyhow, where did I go? There I am. Mega, the original version, had trouble moving heavies on this map. Well, let's hope that the new version is better, considering that I'm running heavies. So, you can move Grimnack... Yeah, Mega, yeah, hopefully it's fixed, I agree. If Grimnack is in Hrognak's range, then Grimnack can move up to the level 3 snow, sort of to the front left area of the start zone in one move. And then in one more move from there, again, if still within Hrognak, from there can move up to 4 hex height, going up the middle. Alternatively, you can move Grimnack to road on move 1, and then use that road movement to get even further on move 2. I'm probably leaning towards doing that. The downside to that is that you're able to get shot from height, potentially. The upside is that, you know, road is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute. I think there's a tile labeled wrong on this map. So there's a road hex tile that's not labeled, that's labeled blank with a 1, and I think it should be a 2. Let me hop into their audio and see if I can't point that out. Hey, hope y'all don't mind me butting in briefly, but I think there's an incorrectly labeled hex on this map. In case y'all hadn't noticed it, there's a road tile that looks like it should be a height 2 and is not marked as such.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
You're talking about right here, I assume?
Yeah, right there. At least that's what it looks like to me. Either that or the other side's wrong, but that makes a lot more sense than the other direction. So.
I think this got brought up another time, and yeah, that's definitely...
Okay.
Shurig did not build a pothole in the road.
I figured, but it seemed better to remind in case not. So, all right, I'll butt out now. Cool. I hope that was helpful. I think it's better to point that out before the game starts than after it's been going. So, Mega, yeah, it's mislabeled. Certainly seems likely. Seems like it should be mislabeled. Or rather that it should be a 2. I'll have to manually mark that on my game with Sir H later. I don't want to do that now, though, because having 2 tabs open of different games is, like, painful to the OHS system. Anywho. Alright, so we've got, let's see. I think the biggest question here is, like, how does Doc roll out? There's a pretty good argument for just opening pure Q9 and pinging heavies until they come into the start zone. Let's see. The way that Raylan is set up... Yeah, no Raylan order markers at all. I think that makes sense. You've got the range advantage as Q9. You can force them to come in entirely. I'm actually a little surprised Raylan is where she is and not a little bit further back. As it stands, it seems to me like it's going to be tough for Doc to block off heavies from engaging Raylan there. Whereas if she was like behind Maladrix, then that'd be a little like if she was if she was to the right 2 spaces, then like now you've got Marku as a blocker for her. So that's interesting. I'm sure Doc has a plan with that, but that's something that I'm just like, I haven't looked at this map at all yet, or for this matchup, but that's something I would notice off the bat. Probably, I'm guessing Doc's order markers are 1x on Maladrix, 2-3 on Q9, with having 2 on each. It seems like he wants to develop Maladrix. I don't really see the purpose of having a second order marker on Maladrix. I think there's a pretty good shot Mal's going to move up to the left there and then take height to protect Raylan. With FHG's probably like screening in around that, and then Q9 can go behind them maybe? Not sure where Q9's going to go. But I think 1 order marker on Maladrix here is sufficient. And then you just move to Q9 pinging. If Q9 can get high quality shots on Grimnack, you probably take them. And then otherwise, you're shooting heavies. Yeah, we do see the 1 on Maladrix. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Mal is basically just screening off that side of the access points to where Raylan is at. Interesting. I wonder where the FHGs are going to go. If the FHGs are going to make like a screen of sorts for Q9, that could make a lot of sense. I wonder where Q9 is going to go. Okay, so the FHGs are going to block off for Raylan. So that makes sense now as to why Raylan was there. Clearly this was the plan. Those last 2 FHGs, I'm guessing, are going to move forward in some way to provide a Q9 pocket within that positioning that Doc has set up. That could be the Q9 pocket. So it's possible that Q9 is just going to sit back next to Maladrix. Yeah, I mean, there's one spot now that's pretty obvious for where Q9 could retreat to. It would take him 2 moves to get there, but presumably the last 2 order markers are both on him. Doc is definitely happy he lost initiative here. Only thing is, from that spot, it's actually going to be kind of tough for Q9 to get shots off. He could probably see Grimnack. Grimnack is so big. There's a pretty good argument that he's going to be able to see Grimnack from back there. If Grimnack goes down before this fight happens, then it's going to be really tough for the remaining heavies to get through Maladrix. Maladrix has just got 7 defense there, like inside the aura. That's just filthy. Sorry, responding to somebody on Discord. Let's see. So Narak moves up to the snow spot. I mean, it's a good snow spot, without a doubt. Let me see. I think I do like that here. There's an argument to be a bit more aggressive with Narak. If the aggressive spot is going to cover you attacking Doc's pod, but there's nowhere Narak could have moved up to that was aggressive enough to cover heavies once they get in. So I like this more conservative placement instead. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only thing is, Q9 is technically in range of Narak from that pocket that he's probably going to move into, but at the same time, I'm not sure he can see her or not. See Narak. Maybe. I have no idea what the line of sight would or wouldn't be there. Honestly, if you're Dunedain and Q9's shooting Narak instead of Grimnack, you might be okay with that. Grimnack is the more important piece to have when you get in there for sure. Grimnack is going to give you those 4 attacks into Maladrix and Q9 that you desperately need. Right. So, let's see how many heavies we have moved up here. It looks like we moved 4 distinct heavy gruts. Yeah, Frog in Discord asking pretty much the same thing. I was with the Q9 line of sight. Who wants to be in charge of checking Doc's line of sight from Q9 through screen Maladrix? Yeah. I'm going to go with not me on that one. I have no interest in being in charge of that. I will keep my opinions on line of sight to myself on the stream where they do not impact anything. So Q9 moves up and shoots Grimnack. That makes perfect sense. And does 1 wound. I mean, 3 out of 4, that's the shot you want. Grimnack rolls exactly average defense. So, you'll take that 1 wound if you're Doc. So the thing here is that if Hrognak moves up, so I don't like this. I would bond with Hrognak here. If you move up Hrognak, that heavy grut can go engage Q9, and you force Q9 to take an LEA to get into the pocket or get caught, potentially going into the next round. I would absolutely move up Hrognak on this order marker and go engage Q9. Oh, wait, actually, you can do it anyways. Never mind. I'm crazy. I just realized you could do it on road. Yep, I'm wrong. I completely missed that Q9 was next to road there. Sean Carnegie, line of sight is not real. Line of sight blockers are just eye candy. Maybe. I have decided that lava isn't real before, and it actually worked out pretty well for me. So sometimes you pretend that something is not real, and it ends up not being real. Had that game with Varks actually in last year's VCheese, where the only way I could win the game was to basically put all my Varks on lava height to wall off something at the end of a round, and just pray that they didn't all die a fiery death. And I think only like 1 out of 4 went through or something, and then I won the game with Varks. So sometimes shit isn't real. You never know. Let's see. Heavies move in. Oh, Q9 takes the wound. Ow, that's pretty brutal. That's not what you want to see as Q9. Let's see. Can you just... Yeah, I think staying here makes some sense because you're not going to get re-engaged easily. And if you win initiative, you don't have to take the LEA. So this... Yeah, I don't like where Grimnack moved up to now, especially because Q9 is going to be able to Queglex Grimnack. Now, it's not going to matter this turn as it happens. Oh, geez. Q9. Brutal. Grimnack's on level 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Grimnack can't get in to support that heavy grut in 1 move, which is definitely important. But Q9 not getting that heavy is brutal. If Doc doesn't win initiative, this could go south very quickly. Oh, I tell he loses with a 19. That hurts your soul a little bit. So if I'm Dunedain here, I want to engage Q9 with more stuff. To do that, you have to move up Hrognak, and then you can have a 9 move heavy across the road. So 5 plus 1 plus 3. Yep, that's what's going to happen. So the heavy that's on road next to Q9 should now shift over left a spot, and then one of those other heavies that's back in the aura can use road to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to get a second heavy engaged to Q9. And probably so all the aura markers are on Q9, so I'm pretty sure Q9 would take the LEAs, but now you're forcing Q9 to take 2 LEAs there, which is absolutely rough. Like, what if they just both go through? Like, now you've got a 1 life Q. So that could be rough. I'm saying rough a lot. Sorry to Doc's, but Doc's positioning in this matchup is just painful. There's just so little he can do. Like, heavies are just so good into this army. Sear Whale, go Doc. You're definitely rooting for the underdog here. So, props for that. Yep, yeah, exactly what I was saying. That heavy shifts over, and then another one replaces him, and we're double engaging Q9. I actually think that the order marker 3 is going to be on Maladrix for Doc here. My guess is that Doc's order markers are 1, 2X on Q9 with the 3 on Maladrix. Thinking that the heavies are going to be in at you by the end of the round, and then you can use Maladrix on the FHG to start attacking stuff, potentially getting to Grimnack across an initiative switch. Like kill something with Mal and then move in there and infest Grimnack on the following turn. Something like that. Let's see. I do like developing 2 other heavies here out of the back with these last moves. Yeah, you just want to get these heavies up from the back while you can. If you can engage Q9 with a heavy, I would do that over developing, but otherwise I think developing is right. You've already got enough heavies forward. We take our 2 shots at the big guy. Let's see what the big guy can do. Ooh, inverted it. He takes another wound. Ow. So Q9's at 2 life now, and kind of has to take 2 LEAs to get out of here. And if like, there's just like a 25% chance that Doc loses the next 2 to 3 order markers. Interesting pivot. I wonder, can he not get re-engaged? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if he gets both heavies here, then he can't get re-engaged by anyone but Narak. I might send Narak in there. I really might send Narak in there to tie up Q9. Risky, but you just get him. Alright, so Q9 gets the 2 heavies. You can put Narak on ice. Tommy, he can do the disengage one at a time. Yeah, that's true. That's smarter than the way I was describing it. I agree. And now we're going to send the last one, the last Q-gun into Grimnak, which makes perfect sense. Grimnak blocks it. Good for Grimnak. Let's hope mine does that too. Let's see. Cleon is phantom commentating. Cleon, surprised he took the LEA there. Fair enough. I think the main reason to take the LEA is that now you can't not just not being next to road. Sean, this is classic. So this is cheese. Anytime that you see cheese as a label in a Heroscape tournament, it's pretty much always going to refer to classic points. Yeah, so this is a VCheese tournament, so that means VC inclusive figures, standard pricing, just bring one, try to bring the best army you can for the point total and figures. This event is a 510 point 20 figure limit VCheese event. So, yep, that's what the restrict format and such are on this guy. Let's see. So we take another shot into Q9, this time with Hrognak. That's interesting. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I don't think I do. I think I would have moved Narak in there. I really like moving Narak in there onto snow and just tying up Q9. Yeah, it's risky. Narak might die. 3v4s. But, like, you just kill Q9. Killing Q9 is pretty good. I mean, or you make Q9 take the LEA. But you get a 4v9 on him, and then, you know, he's got to take an LEA to get out of there. Otherwise, he's going to be totally mobbed on the following turn. And dead, like, for sure. And we see some heavies develop up. One of the next heavy developments that I would like to see Dunedain do, the heavy on the lowest back. Oh, Mega, is that an ice spot, not a snow spot? Sorry, it's hard to tell sometimes on the top down. I'm like looking at a tiny screen here. Yeah, y'all are right. Sorry. Never mind. That move is way less good than it is otherwise. Sorry, I'm on the road currently, and I just have my tiny laptop, and I'm looking at like a tiny portion of screen. My bad. Yeah, y'all are correct. Y'all are definitely right. I should learn this map. I'm playing on this map in 40 minutes. I should know where Narak can go. So we got Queglex going. Can Q9 see that heavy? I have no idea. I'm not gonna posit an opinion on that one. Yep, we're gonna just assume we're just gonna not have an opinion there. Queglex is going. The second one blocks it. Solid. I still think Dox 3 is going to be on Maladrix here. Sirwell, good to know before my game. Yes, absolutely. When I realized that Dunedain was playing the same army on the same map, I was like, I gotta go. I gotta stream early. I gotta learn some stuff. Hrognak moving again. I don't fully understand that. I guess he doesn't want to move Grimnak or Narak into Queglex range going into a switch or into the Maladrix attack. I don't like this, though. I would just develop from the back. I don't think I'd send in Hrognak. What can Maladrix do if it's on her? Actually, not a ton. Well, I mean, I would expect that my Maladrix can't fit next to Hroggy there, but, like, Dox Mal might be able to, so what do I know? I like that better as a Hrognak move than the other one. If we're going to do something aggressive. Like, Mal definitely can't move up to that max 4. Okay. In my opinion, my Maladrix cannot fit on that top snow 4 height with a castle wall to her right or left, depending on her orientation. So I would suspect not. And we take a ping shot at Q9, which doesn't go through. I mean, it could. If Hrognak just kills Q9, like, good for Hiragi. Wannick's on the map, but there's just no point in taking Wannick when you've got Marku sitting back there. It's not worth wasting a heavy gret movement to put 1 wound on Marku. We see some heavies moving up from the back. I like this. I think this is your turn to catch up with all of your back heavies. Actually, I wonder how many dead heavies there are. I think I'm covering it up. Let me move myself. 3. Okay, cool. 3 dead heavies so far. 3 dead heavies for 2 wounds on Q9. And pretty good board control is pretty legit. I think there's a shot Narak moves over to the snow hexes in front of Hrognak on max height there. That would cover forward stuff pretty well. It is pretty exposed for Narak. You are going to have 5 defensive. Q9 is Queglexing you, but it would also cover heavies and Grimnak engaging Maladrix. Let's see if my order marker read was right or not. Come on, fake phantom drum roll. Come on, Doc. You're killing the stream. Maladrix, there we go. Called it. All right, yeah. I like this order marker from Doc, and because of that, I like the heavies not coming in here. So we ship a single Festering Honor Guard to Wannick. Yeah, I get that. The purpose of that is to obviously do the wound, and then you're also pretty okay with an FHG dying because it means Maladrix can attempt to make Grimnak a mother. So the thing is, I'm running heavies and I love heavies, so I'm obligated to root for heavies. But my favorite outcome that could happen in this event is if Doc gets to play an Adelburn build and gets to make Bernie a mother. So that's my rooting interest. So I'm very conflicted as to who I want to win this game. 1 second, my Discord is doing off again. Nothing important. Alrighty. Back in here to the game. So we've got Maladrix moving around. That's interesting. So can any heavies engage Q9? Yes, but only if Hrognak moved. No, a heavy can already engage Q9. So the heavy on to Hrognak's bottom right, the heavy gret on that road spot can engage Q9 with 6 move. It's not ideal. I don't love that Grimnak isn't in Hrognak or a range at the moment. That feels like an inefficiency. Okay, so we've got 2 order markers each from Doc, and then Dunedain wins initiative. If you're Doc, you're quite happy that Dunedain won this initiative. Where did the Wannick wound go? Did the Wannick wound go on a heavy? Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. No, where did the Wannick wound go? I don't see an extra wound on any of the heroes and all the heavies that were still there. Maybe it did go on a heavy. I only see the 3 on my stream. Let me check the actual webpage and see if I can find the Wannick wound on the heavy. Ah, yep, there he is. Okay. I don't think I like that very much. Let me just scroll over there. Hopefully that's a little better. Well, it would be if you could actually see dead heavies. There we go. Let's move myself a little bit. I'll put myself there, and then hopefully you can see heavies a little bit. The dead heavies a little better. In terms of Doc's order markers, it's a pretty good joke from Kevin in Discord. One by Narak died. Okay, thanks, Seer. Appreciate it. It's an interesting choice. I think I put a Wannick wound on Hrognak instead of taking a heavy, though. I don't like taking a heavy off. Yeah, I would have put the Wannick wound on Hrognak, whether that's right or not. Who knows? In terms of Doc's order markers here, so we have Cuna. I really conflicted as to where Doc would have put his order markers here. I feel like the 3 kind of has to be on Maladrix, because the best thing that can happen for you is a Maladrix initiative switch where you just trash heroes. I think you also probably want 2 order markers on Maladrix, but that if you'd won initiative, you didn't want to have the order marker on Maladrix. The problem now, though, is if your order markers are on Maladrix, they can't really get around to the left of Q9 because Q9's engaged. So, like, my first thought on Doc's order markers is that it's the 1X on Q9. I hope for Doc that it's not the 1 on Mal, because it's going to be really tough to get a lot of value out of that. We kill the FHG. That's good. Although, if the 1's on Maladrix, we can engage Grimnak right now with a dead. 3 for 3 on Q. Woo! Q9 showing off. Alrighty. Big robot not dying this turn. Okay, so yeah, let's see. I'm very curious. I think it's on Q9, but if it's on Maladrix, Maladrix could just infest Grimnak right now. Admittedly, that would involve going outside of Raylan's aura, though, so I don't love it. Unless Doc's Q9 can fit perpendicular to that triangle. I'm not... No, I don't know what the word is for that. Right below the triangle. I'd be surprised, though. He'll simply make Grimnak a mother. He might. I mean, on behalf of the Grimnak players, can Mal fit there, Jack? I am not going to espouse any official opinions on when Maladrix goes to a spot, if she can fit there, or if Q9 has line of sight. I'm going to hypotheticalize, that's not a word, about possible spots that they might go to. But if something goes somewhere and shoots, I'm just going to butt out, because my opinion does not count. Can Mal fit there, the map? Doc's Mal. No, the name of the map is Can Mal fit there? I mean, maybe. That'd be a funny name for a map. Kind of sounds like a certain map I might know by the name of Awashia's Ascent that might have had a somewhat similar theme, allegedly. Anywho, it's kind of a rough map for Maladrix. That's certainly true. Have I considered politics? What, because I'm not willing to espouse an official position on this? Look, I'm like, I have to have official positions for some things in Heroscape. OHS is one where I am just a random player and spectator, and I don't have to be in charge of that. John, because line of sight is not real. I mean, look, it might not be real. I can't give you 100% certainty that line of sight is real. Sounds like a Dice Soul name, map name. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But also, Herbert's Swamp Castle Maladrix's Swamp Castle, where she can maybe fit some of the places some of the time. I think that's the Dice Old name version of the map. If I had to go out on a limb there, of sorts, a limb like Maladrix's. We need an X-Acto blade to fix that. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's been a long day, and I'm just spouting random nonsense and drivel at this point. Let me look back at the map here. So the one was on Q9. I think the question here then is, like, do you take another LEA to back Q9 up all the way back up to the start zone? I assume that's what Doc is thinking at the moment. There's also some merit to pivoting Q9 a little bit to where Maladrix or FHG can then get through. Okay, hang on. I'm always forgetting this. FHG go first. But I don't know if Maladrix can fit there or not. So what Doc does here is going to depend a bit on what his opinion is of where Maladrix can fit. Jack, are there really ladders on this map? No. Oh my god, there are. Who did that? Frog, I hope that wasn't you. Why are there ladders? Well, we learned a lesson about this at ScapeCon. Ladders are evil. Ladders are just evil. Ladders are worse than Maladrix fit decisions. Oh. I didn't realize there were ladders on this map. See, this is why I'm streaming this one. You know, whether y'all get good information out of me or not, I'm getting great out information for my game against Sir H in 30 minutes. Okay. So what happened? Q9 stayed in place and Queglexed and got the heavy next to him, but none of the others. Okay, so we've got 5 dead heavies now. Jack, you. Okay, ladders are evil. Nathan shows it, Jack made it. Y'all are... There's a certain diabolicalness to making and choosing ladder maps at this point in time. 2 ladders in total, they're not bad. Fair. They're probably not the most egregious ladder positions. I just still have PTSD from the, like, books that I had to read from the ScapeCon rules discussions about ladders. Boy, that was a time period that I wish I could take back. Ladders break and they can't handle the weight of new figures, Sean. Actually, a lot of the new figures' bases aren't even designed to fit on ladders, which is, like, really weird. Like, Awashia's base is, like her figure is, like, so adjacent to all the edges of the base that, like, it just doesn't really work. That's been one of the weird aspects about the way that Renegade's done inconsistent base sizing, is that, yeah, they really don't interact well with ladders. Which, I mean, like, from a them being backwards compatible standpoint is not great. From a me wishing ladders never existed standpoint, it's not my biggest pet peeve to complain about in the grand scheme of things. All right, back to the game. Back to the game. We got stuff happening better than my opinions. Grimneck came in, and we are mobbing Maladrix. Okay, first off, let's see if any wounds went through. No, Mal blocked all the attacks. I like this a lot. I thought that the 2 and 3 were probably both on Maladrix, and we'll see if I'm wrong. Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, but we did single engage Q9, so it's not awful. The biggest problem with this is that Q9 might get shots off at Grimneck here, while Grimneck is outside of the aura. Searwhale, to be fair, Iwashi was Avalon Hill. Okay, true. I don't know anything about like when the bases were decided or whatnot. I don't know if I have no idea. I was not involved with any of that. All well above my pay grade, which is $0 as it happens, so it's not a very high pay grade, all things told. Q9 is flipping in place so that he's going to be able to see other things, and then Queglexing gets the heavy engaged on the second attack, and we're going to shoot a different heavy now, which doesn't have Narak. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Presumably Narak is going to move in to cover all these forward heavies on the next order marker, although I'm not entirely sure where Narak's going to go. Like, Narak has to move here. There's no doubt about that. But there's not actually a great snow spot you can get to in one move. Yeah, I mean, that's reasonable. You're going to be able to cover everything there. You're probably going to need to move a heavy to block Narak. Like up to the left, to the top left of where Narak is at, because you'd rather Narak not get engaged. I don't love the fact that Narak isn't on snow for Q9 purposes. You might have to move Narak again on a following order marker over to the level 3 snow just below Grimneck. I mean, re-engaging Q9. Yeah, I like this a lot. This is better than what I was thinking there. So when you engage Q9, now so you've engaged Q9 and Maladrix. What that means is none of those FHGs can move through either figure, which is pretty freaking sweet. So a single FHG could come around the backside and engage 2 heavies. Maybe that's worth it. If you get the kill... No, it's worth it. It's worth it, because you attack the heavy in the middle, and if you get that kill, then you get to scoot Maladrix forward 1 spot and attempt to make Grimneck a mother, which is Maladrix's life goal. 2 wounds on Mal. Ow. Oh, and a 4 for 4. Ooh. Oh no, Doc rolls the 6 on the wrong one. Oh, 6 out of 7 for the weak attack, and Mal takes 3 more wounds. On the plus side, she's alive. On the negative side, damn, she's in trouble. Narak better be able to see that northern heavy from Searwell. My unofficial position, that may or may not be wrong, is that Narak can see that heavy Gret. Unofficial. Unofficial. Oof, man, Maladrix having 1 wound on her, 1 life on her is just freaking brutal. I absolutely take that 1 FHG now and swing it around to try to attack that heavy. It's going to be a 2v5, which is rough, but yeah, so Doc is going to swing it. But if you get the kill, Maladrix has a shot to take out Grimneck, and that's the best you can hope to accomplish with Maladrix in this position. Man, Doc's in bad shape, though, on this map. We've got 2 wounds on Q9 and 5 wounds on Maladrix. It's painful. Good news for the stream is this might actually be a fast enough one that I get to finish it up before the rest of the next bit comes into play. Mega, oh wait. Did he just not attack Q9? Yeah, so he didn't. He definitely didn't. I wonder whether that was intentional. I feel like you just take the 3v9 anyways. Like, if you get 2 wounds on... If you kill Q9, that's worth letting the FHG come out. Probably. Although the fact that they then could get height on Narak, maybe. But, like, if you kill Q9, that's just a great thing. Like, if you put 1 wound on Q9, that's amazing. I would have attacked Q9. It might have been intentional, though. But yes, I agree that he didn't. I don't think he did. Well, you know what? I have the technology to scroll up. Oh, 1 for 2 to the 1 for 5. Oh, brutal. I mean, that was absolutely the right play. Maladrix should now attack that same heavy grit. You're playing for the switch here. That one. Why that one? Okay, we've lost our insanity, and now we're attacking the middle one. Blocks. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. The one still has to be on Maladrix here, I think. I think you move up another FHG to engage that. I think one FHG takes height on Grimnack. So you put the one on Maladrix, hope to win initiative. If you win initiative, one FHG takes height on Grimnack, another one engages that same heavy. You get two 2v5s to try to get the kill to let Maladrix move forward and attempt to infest Grimnack and put big hurt on him. Don't really see anything else you could do there, honestly. I mean, a decent chunk of the heavies are dead here, but the heroes having so many wounds is just rough. All right, so we see 2 order markers on each thing. That makes sense. Doc does get the switch, so there is a chance to pull off these cool moves. Yep, that's the second engagement. I would expect that other FHG that's by a Saw mode to now take height on Grimnack. Take the 3v4. Oh! That makes more sense. That's cool. I didn't think about that. Yep, disengage is a good glyph. Can the heavy get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 moves. So for a heavy to get there, to catch that FHG, Herognak would have to move to boost the heavy. Which could be worth it, actually. Oh, he gets him! He gets him with the 2v5! Okay, that is massive. So now Maladrix is going to be able to scoot forward and pop Grimnack. This is cool. So then the question is, do you attack Grimnack or do you attack the heavy grits? It's an interesting question. I'm not sure. I'm curious to see. I'm just going to say I'm curious to see which one Doc goes for. I can see merit both ways. Killing Grimnack is freaking amazing. Probably not going to kill him, though. And if you put a bunch of wounds on him, and then he chest bursts anyways, it's a waste. Your win condition might just be hoping he try to kill heavies and then hope Grimnack chest bursts. Doc is going for that heavy first, which makes a lot of sense to me. That heavy is the one that's free on the inside to go engage Q9. So I like that decision. 4 for 4, but we're going to get the heavy, probably. Woo! Just barely, just barely. Well, when it's 3 out of 5 defense, you're very glad you hit the heavy there. That's for sure. 1 wound on Grimnack is way worse. Ooh! Missed the infest. Ouch. That hurts. I can absolutely appreciate why Doc went for this route. Basically, Doc went for the higher variance strategy, probably because he thinks he's losing the game and needs to try to increase variance. So the way to increase variance there is to try to kill 2 heavies and get the infest roll, and then hope that Grimnack chest pops at the end of the round. I mean, it's a perfectly reasonable way to go for it. Which hero do you bond with here? This is so interesting. Doc disappointed. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. I mean, that's fair. I'm disappointed too. This makes it less likely that we get the opportunity to see Adelburn become a mother later, which is what I was rooting for. So that's a shame. Grimnack takes an Elie. That's interesting. Presumably the point of this is to try to make it so Maladrix can't be engaged to Grimnack on the following turn. If that's the logic, then I like it. If we don't avoid that, then I kind of don't like it. But we have to, like... I don't know how we avoid it, though. Because that FH... Like, Doc can take disengage and then just get around. I guess we get better attacks on Maladrix for now. We get 2 4v7s. That's not nothing. Yeah, I think you have to go there to prevent Maladrix from coming on the inside. I'm guessing we will attack Q9 this turn. Doc's a little salty. Missing the infestation is such a gut punch. Yeah. Also, that's funny. He didn't. And okay, I'm back. Sorry, I went to Discord, and I'm back, and Mal is dead. So that's probably the game. Mal got her shot at Grimnack and missed it, and it's gonna be. We just have a 2 life Q9. Probably the 2 is on FHG as well, based on the fact that FHG running towards the disengage glyph is just a sick misdirect, and if that's the case, hats off. Even if you're kind of screwed regardless of that. Honestly, you want to have it on Q9 at this point anyways. Those 2 FHG aren't doing shit. Ooh, the maxed out and blocked. Damn. It is on Mal. I mean, this makes sense. This was your, like, again, higher variance route was like, you kill Grimnack or a bunch of heavies in return 1, and then, like, everything just lives. That being said, we've only got 2 FHGs here, and there's just nothing we can do. Yeah, I like this. I like coming back and hitting Grimnack. You kind of need to kill him now. You can get... This is going to be a 4v5 on Grimnack. Like, it could kill him. 4v5s have done 3 wounds before. If you do kill him, it's pretty incredible. If you don't get him, FHG could kill Grim. Yeah, yes, guy. Yeah, that's really all they can do is to go for that. I kind of think that other FHG should have come around to hit Grimneck instead as well. Just to, like, really try to get him. 2 for 4 is not going to do it. Does 1. Not enough. Not enough. At this point, I would just be super conservative with Grimneck. You don't really want to risk any more LEAs. You know where the 3 is. I would just chomp... Well, what can you do? Actually, I take that back. I think I take it back. I take the LEA and go in because you can support heavies into Q9. Yeah, I like it. I think the LEA is worth it here. My initial reaction was not to take the risk, but you get to double boost heavies into Q9 now. And Q9 is just not going to be able to shoot Grimnack. He's going to have to get through too many heavies. And now you just load up on Q9. Interesting. So 1 heavy goes for... honestly, I don't even like that. I would develop a heavy out of the back instead. I wouldn't bother with that single FHG. That single FHG is not a threat in any capacity. I want to get my back heavies up instead and bypass on that attack. Some kind of engine outside. I don't know if the mic is picking that up or not. Well, 3 out of 3 on Q. Again. Oh, and he's dead. GG's. GG's. Dog's probably going to concede there. We'll see. I don't see how Seer Whale FHG doesn't have an order marker. Yeah, exactly. Because of that, I wouldn't worry about it. I imagine that Doc just conceded in voice, and now we're talking about theoretical stuff. Not entirely sure. That'd be my guess as to why Maladrix is back on the map. Jack GG's. Yeah, I don't know whether they actually called GG's in their voice chat or not. They are in voice chat. Raylan could solo. That is a lot of things for Raylan to solo. Especially given that there's another order marker on heavies this round and there's a dead order marker on the flip side. Like, Grimnack's coming in here and we're losing Raylan pretty quickly. I don't think the solo was gonna... I don't think this Raylan solo was likely. I actually think Narak would have moved on the next turn to block, to better protect heavies, and then you to leave Grimnack where he is and then just surround Raylan and start bashing her, but... Grimnack rolls 3 16s on a chomp in a row. Good. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just over. Yeah, they're just going through theoretical stuff now, so this game is over. I'm just going to assume they have called the GGs in the chat and they're discussing things. So let me go ahead and get out of this game and open up mine instead. And we'll do a little bit of a preview on that. Sir Heroscape, if you were hanging out watching the first game, please go away now. Thank you. Cool. All right, moving into my game now. So let me get my my face out of there. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I need to make my face smaller. Not like, you know what I mean. I can move it over to that side. Yeah. Cool. I think that'll work. All right, cool. So, my game. Think about it. Really the only thing I have to decide pregame is what spot Grimnack and Hrognak want to get to in their first move, and then plan it out accordingly. I really like the idea of Grimnack being able to get up to that level 3 height in one move, if necessary. The downside of it is it means Grimnack is in the front of the start zone when he could otherwise be in the back. Okay, how many total times do I want to move my heroes in the first 2 rounds? That's the proper way to ask this question. Max 2 moves on Narak. Max 2 moves on Hrognak. Probably just 1 move on Hrognak. Probably we want Hrognak to support stuff coming out of the start zone first, and then move up to the middle, and then support stuff moving up from the middle. So, probably 2 moves on Narak, 1 move on Hrognak, which means 3 moves on Grimnak across the first 2 rounds. When planning out the hero movements for heavies, that's the way that we want to think about this. Like, if we're going to take 2 full rounds to get all our heavies up, that means we have 6 moves of heroes to be done in that same time period. Again, max 2 Narak, and then 3 Grimnak. And I think that I don't want to send Grimnak up to that near max spot, because I want Narak to be able to go there instead. So I'm going to put Grimnak further back in the start zone to where he can get up to road in 1 move. So the second and the third row of the start zone, to where he can get up to road in 1 move, and then call that a day. Because then Grimnak can triple move. If Narak's only going to move twice max, and Hrognak's only going to move once, then Grimnak can have 3 moves in the first 2 rounds. And be fine. So I think that's the play. And then where does Hrognak need to get? Hrognak needs to get as far forward as possible to support dudes YOLOing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to start Hrognak all the way at the front of the start zone. Actually, I can start Grimnak in the back because he'll have 6 move with Hrognak. I'm being silly. Okay, Hrognak's going to start in the dead center of my start zone in the middle. So front row, right between those 2 grass hexes. From there, he can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From there, he can move all the way up to level 2 road on either direction, so either left or right to the level 2 road spots. And cover advancing stuff from there pretty well, as long as the heavies are in those auras. If he's up in the left one and Narak is on that level 3 snow height, then he'll be able to support Narak's second move. He would also be able to support, he would be able to support Grimnak's third move. Probably not Grimnak's second move, but that's okay. Grimnak's second move isn't going to be a super, super aggressive one anyways, unless the fourth are really aggressive. And then we just back roll heavies from the back up. I think that's the plan. And then if I have Hrognak in the middle there, he's going to be able to support Narak from the far back row moving up, and Grimnak from the far back row moving up, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like 10 of the heavies to have 6 move coming out. And then Hrogi only has to move once. I think I like that. So that's my plan. I have no idea if this is useful or not. I'm just sort of brainstorming out loud what my start zone placement is going to be, because I had the time for it. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Roughly, those are the number of times we want to move each of the heroes. We'll see. Probably Order Marker 1 move Grimnak. Order Marker 2 move Narak. Order Marker 3 move Hrognak. In round 1. And then in round 2, it's probably going to be something like Grimnak, Narak, Grimnak? depending on how the heavies are moved up. We want to just move up all of our heavies once in round 1. Ideally, we want to move up the heavies that are in the Hrognak aura on the first 2 order markers then, because Hrogi's probably going to move on the 3rd one. I like the idea of Hrogi being moved on. I like the idea of moving all the heroes once in round 1. If Hrognak is up, then a couple of good things happen. One, Hrognak could move up to max height and start pinging 4th, potentially. 3v3s are legit. And if 4th are shooting at Hrognak instead of heavies or Grimnak, that's freaking awesome. The second thing it does is it allows me to potentially use Hrognak on a forward heavy to like zip across the map real fast and engage a bunch of 4th that I need to not do something. Like maybe there's a bunch of 4th that are poised to get height on Grimnak and I need to prevent that from happening. Having Hrognak up allows me to have potentially more move on heavies to be able to tie 4th mass like that up. So I think that's roughly where we're at. I am going to just fix the map because we have a wee bit of a problem. It's the same problem as what they had on the last map, so let's just put 2 in there, and we'll go bold. Make that sucker bigger. Come on. Kind of. We can make it just a tiny bit bigger. Whatever, that's good enough. And then I need to bring all these figures to the front. Little tip there on OHS, if you do anything to edit the map, just go ahead and bring all the figures to the front. So that was order, and then bring to front, which I've already done. The benefit of that is that now they sit on top of that 2-hex spot, like they should. So, minor thing. Yeah, map should be good then with that one spot being fixed. I don't choose who places first. Sir H does. So we shall see. Alrighty. That is my thought on the start zones and whatnot. I am going to take a few minutes off stream until the next game gets going to just get ready and do a few other things. I also don't have anything else worth discussing. So I am going to... oh, that text is the wrong color. Why did that happen? There we go. Look at that. Oh, see, make it clever. You can also group the map and then that text together and then move the map to the back. Oh, good point. I haven't done that a ton, but you're absolutely right. That would work well. It's a good tip as well. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good call. Let me see if I can do that now on stream, actually. So, grab the text, grab the map, right-click, group. Hey, look at that. Beautiful. Thanks, Mega. All right. Anyhow, I am going to mute myself and disappear now for a little bit, so bye-bye. Alrighty, I am back. Hopefully I remembered to unmute my microphone like I'm supposed to. I think I did. It looks like I did, but if I didn't and I'm talking into the void, please tell me. Anywho, yeah, welcome back. Let's go. We are here. Heavies, part 2. This time it's me. This time I'm the one playing. Hopefully I make more sense in my thought processes than I did in the last game, because I was off badly in the last game. But I was also just enjoying watching them play. We shall see, though. Hopefully I make good, positive decisions. It's an elimination game. Winner makes top 8. I really want to win this event with heavies. I think heavies are forgotten in VCheese and deserve better. So I'm going to be focusing a lot on the game. I will say things out loud as I go. I am not talking into the void. Beautiful. That's what we want to hear. Let's go. Alrighty. Technology is our friend. So Sriracha is choosing to place first. That's interesting. I'm a little surprised by it. So my only guess here is that he wants to make it easier for Drake to contest Wennick. The only thing, or for like maybe for Forth to develop towards Wennick. That could be a thing. He might just want Forth to develop towards Wennick. It's interesting. I'm like kind of okay taking 1 or 2 Wennick wounds, and I don't think I'll take more than that, because if Forth are being really aggressive, I'm going to get to them. Yeah, that's interesting though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How much merit there is to like making a really aggressive Narak move. Probably not a lot. Probably not a lot. Sorry, I was doing something else. All right, I'm back. Oh, well, I was here. I was just doing something else in my brain. Cool. So we are playing for the play-in. We have 4 people in the top 8 set. SRD versus Dunedain. Unknown versus unknown. MTSP versus the winner of this game. Shurik versus unknown. Let's go. Much hype. It's the best I got. Okay, so the only interesting thing about Sriracha's placement is where he put Drake. Where he put Drake makes a lot of sense. It's a pretty safe Drake spot, and Drake can fly, so Drake can go to a lot of places. What's Drake's move? Drake is 5 move flying. Okay, cool. So he's going to be able to get to... In the middle, he could get to Snow 3 heights, and he can't really get anywhere on the up towards Wannick at all. There's a chance he could like double move Drake to put him on Wannick. I think I'm just like kind of thrilled with that if it happens. The way this has developed, it feels like I'm going to have to fight towards the Wannick side, though. Which is fine. And that's the way that we're going to have to live with it. Anywho, that's the plan. So the only interesting question then is, do I change where Hiragi goes? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I've made fatal mistakes. Okay, I got it back. So the interesting question is, does this force me to move Hrognak further north than I was otherwise going to? Same deal with Grimnak. Now there's some merit to Grimnak moving up the north side instead of sort of the center. I'm very curious where Forth go. I need to think about this for a minute. I think Narak goes to the same spot still. So if Narak is here, he can get up to there in 8 move. So if Hrognak were to start, but if he goes further, Hrognak's not going to start any further. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I don't hate that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting thing is I don't necessarily need Hiragi for these front ones, but for the back ones to get up there, it's pretty nice if he does have range of them. So where could Hiragi go? He starts there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still kind of like Hrognak starting in the middle, honestly. He's going to help my bottom heavies, like the 4 or so heavies that are down there, just move a ton. All right. Let me fill in heavies here. Sir H did sit a 4th mass, which he's supposed, as he has to, so that's good. Just double checking. Yep, I see 1 less 4th mass on the board. That is good. Okay. Is what we like to see. Certainly. Okay. Where can Grimneck go? I think I want Grimneck to have the option to go up to the north or into the middle. Which means Grimneck needs to be there, because from there he can get up to the grass on the top side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can get up to the grass on the top side. I might actually move Narak first now and wait to move Grimneck so that I can see which direction I want Grimneck to go to. All right. Certainly going to fill in the entire northern area with heavies. There's still an argument for Hiragi to be up further north, but I want the flexibility to go towards the middle. I really want the flexibility to go towards the middle if that's the way that I end up wanting to go with it. For now, we're going to fill in heavies, all the heavy spots that Hiragi can reach. Probably these ones too in the north. We're either going north or middle. We're not going right. So the right-hand side are probably the most useless ones that we could do anything with. So to that point, I think that this is the best way to do it. Hiragi could go there. Sorry, I don't have time to draw on it, unfortunately. There are some spots where Hiragi could go to. I'm okay with that. Hiragi's got to move a 6, right? Hiragi's move 6. Yeah, okay. And then Narak is within the aura. Grimneck is within the aura 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grimneck can get to a bunch of fun places depending on how it wants to go to. Yeah, this seems right to me. And then Narak can get where he needs to be to in one turn. Alright, we'll call that done. Cool. We'll see how it goes. Elimination game. Need it. Need it, need it. Look what the lights order. Lights again. Lights went well for us. No, it didn't. We lost that game. Damn it. We're going to represent the ones who aren't with us. Ornak is coming up first. Nothing we can do. Everything is out of our well, we've made the only decisions we can thus far. We lost that initiative. That's good. We'd like to lose round 1 and round 2 initiative if we can get away with it. We're seeing a mostly 4th opening. I was saying I lost before I actually lost. I just had rolled a 3. So, I mean, I guess I hadn't lost yet. It'd been kind of funny if I didn't, but... 4th. Okay, the only order marker I thought might have been Drake was going to be the 1, so if it's not there, I think Drake is just going to hide till the end game, which is what I said I thought he should do in my intro that y'all haven't seen yet as well, for what that's worth. So that makes perfect sense to me. Let's see, we can do that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Wonder if white is a better color. No, that's worse. That is definitely worse. Oh, I should... damn it. Discord's... I'm getting notifications. I gotta mark myself Do Not Disturb. Good. And then go to a channel that is not this one. Cool. Yeah, if I forget to mark myself as Do Not Disturb on Discord, then the... even though y'all don't see it on stream, I get the notifications of whatever's going on in the chats, like VCheese, and obviously I don't want to be seeing that. Move the map to the back mega. Yeah, I did miss that. Whoops. I did the other part, in fairness. Reading, catching back up the chat. Nathan, he says no VC, but you clearly have Hrognak. Ha! Ha! I get it. Serial, but yeah, okay. Is the glyph Ingvild or Yadulkia? Really? Really, Serial? Really? Annie, my boy Doc. Yeah, Doc did not triumph today. Okay, I gotta go back into the game now. All right, so let's see. We've got fourth mass coming up. One thing that the fourth can do is just send a single squad forward to like take ping shots. We need to have heavies up. Two of them could get height on Narak if they can see him from that other spot. I'm not sure if they can see him from that other spot. How much height can they get on Grimnak here? That's the first question that I'm wondering about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That one can't. The one not on road can't get to height on Grimnak, and the other three, I think, can. Those would be 3v5s. They then get caught, and we're able to take out basically a squad of fourth for the 3v5s. I mean, I don't hate that. Okay, so how aggressive do I play here to try to counter this early fourth ping opening of sorts? Don't move Rognak. So he could get 2 shots of height on Narak, 2 3v4s on Narak. I don't love that if I move Narak up. I definitely don't love that. But I really need Narak to be in that spot to cover heavies. I think I'm going to have to live with the 3v4s into Narak and a couple 2v4s into Narak. It could be 3. It could be 3. I don't know if a fourth has line of sight to Narak there or not. I guess we're going to find out. I'm not sure it changes my plan, even if it does. Ugh, I don't love it. I really don't love it. If Narak dies in one turn, it's really bad. Do I have to slow down? I really don't want to move Grimnak up. Getting attacks from 4 now and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't want to move up Grimnak here. I could move Grimnak up to the far right side, actually, to the far left side. No, he still gets hit. He still gets hit by all of them. Not worth it. And we're outside of Narak. Oh, yeah, extra terrible. Never mind. So Grimnak's not moving this turn. Move Narak to snow, and then move up a squad of heavies aggressively. All within the aura, some on road. Probably all of them on road. It feels reasonable. And then we're able to just catch fourth wherever they go, hopefully. I don't love it, but like it's I think that's our play. Hopefully Narak doesn't die. I think we gotta do it. Alright. Which heavy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get as much from the backup as we. Oh no, that one actually has more move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one has 6 move with Rognak. This one has 5 move because no Hiragi. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has Hiragi to get up to there, and then we're just going to hide behind that pillar. Where do we send the last one to? I'd probably rather move one into the middle, but I'd also rather have them all on road, just to be able to like max punish the road stuff. Let's see if I have one up there on road. Yeah, he can get to all those spots anyways. I think that's fine. So I think we move him up here, actually, just to have extra ones on road. This is not the, like, move him up from the back row first plan. This is the, we need to be able to counter whatever fourth do. Where do I get shot at from? 1, 2, 3. So anywhere that they can take height, I can catch them. Can they wait then fire? Only 2 of them have shots if they wait then fire. I'm fine with that. I think this is the play. And then I think we move up Grimnak on the next order marker. Plausibly. Yeah, alright. I'm curious to see what Sir H does next. I'm quite curious. I'm trying to give myself the maximum ability here to counter wherever these fourth go to and catch them. Jack, looking forward to some sick ladder plays in this game. Ooh, I hope not. I just want to pretend they're not there. Be honest. You can move across them. The main thing that they matter for is that you can move across them. So you basically get to move from like level 3 to level 2 to level 3 without ever having to move back up, because you can go level 3 to ladder to even ground. If I understand the ladder rules right. I'm not even sure I understand the damn ladder rules right. Doesn't matter. We'll see what fourth do here. Fourth have a bunch of options. They can move up and shoot Grimnack 3v4s in some spots. They can move up and shoot Narak 3v3s and some 3v4s themselves in a couple spots with a few even ground shots, or they can try to take out all the heavies that I just sent forward by also moving up. Really unsure. If they get all the heavies, that'd be brutal. But, like, hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, they're coming in. That's it, they're coming in. I think this is going to be them going for Narak. I don't know that that one has line of sight to Narak, though. I'm sure as hell hoping he doesn't. I don't know who they're shooting at, though. We'll find out. It was a very aggressive fourth. It's not quite what I was expecting, but it's what we're getting. Darkleaf, I will think about your army later. I have to think about my army right now. Yeah, exactly what Sky said. Okay, we're going for Narak. Cool, 4 defense. Oh, Narak, not like that. Not like that. I can't even type it. It's so painful. Alright, we blocked the second one. If Narak survives this turn, we're in really good shape. I don't think that one can see Narak, so yeah. Cool, he doesn't either. I like the 1-for-3s. I'm a big fan of 1-for-3s from Sir Heroscape. More 1-for-3s. Okay, 1 2-for-3, I guess. Okay, he got 1 heavy. Sorry, I'm like surprisingly nervous. I actually spent way too much time thinking about this game. I don't know why. Yeah, he could clearly see. I don't care whichever one it doesn't matter which one he highlighted. I could have easily seen it wrong anyways. Okay, so we can now engage all of them. Any ones that go off to the right aren't going to be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we move Grimnack here. Let me see where I could move Grimnack to. Yeah, I think we want to move Grimnack up here. We're going to be engaging all these fourth. If we get 2 of them, then we get to wait then fire. I'm going to move all 3 forward heavies on this turn. I think I got to engage these fourth and try to take them out. The wait then fire is just too good. The other option is just to engage 2, but then I don't get to take an even ground attack on the northern ones. And I don't love that. So we're going to bomb with Grimnack. Move him somewhere a little bit vulnerable. And, well, maybe not. Because if I engage those 2, I can potentially keep him out of wait then fire range entirely if I go around the far right side. Far left side, rather. Yeah. I think I like that. I avoid Grimnack getting wait then fired from height by going this direction. And he can still get up onto the plateau in one more move. Onto level 3 height, more specifically. And chomp a dude, if need be, on next turn. So yeah, the point of this is we keep him out of wait then fire range of anyone, essentially, because we're going to engage the other 2. Alrighty, let's do it. Need to engage those 2. Well, do we? Actually, those are the ones I'm less sure that we need to engage, because they don't have Wait Then Fires. Because I may not engage those two far one. Alright, I may not engage those far ones then. I may just bypass that one attack. If those guys don't move, they only have a single target for Wait Then Fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I just think I just think I leave that one. I think we leave those two alone. They're not a problem where they are. Alright, so that one goes to there. That one goes to there. And then we develop two more. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're going to be developing two more here. It's just a question of which ones. I really don't want to give those two another Wait Then Fire one, so I'm going to develop purely on the other side. Let's get him up to road there, where they don't have Wait Then Fire from the far side. And then this one can get up to there. And we leave our future Grimnack spot open. Alright, so that's the moves. We get two attacks. I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm like, surprisingly, I don't know. It's weird. I need to just chill out. It's a game of Heroscape. My dice know. My dice can tell. Been a long day. Darkleaf. Yeah, I'm playing this one. Okay, well, not getting either of those fourth sucked. Was really hoping to kill one or two of them there. They're probably just going to Wait Then Fire now and try to kill 3 heavies. Which, like, I mean, it's not fun. It's not what I want. Nothing I can do about it. Hopefully we don't die. They'll get 2 shots of height on one heavy, and then 1 shot of height on a different heavy, and then an even ground shot. Everyone's in Narak Aura. And then hopefully we kill these 4th off the switch. Well, we'll chomp one for sure. Yeah, that whole moving Krognak thing isn't going to work out if I have to move Grimnak on Aura Marker 3, which I'm going to now. I'm going to have to get that 1/4 off there and then boost the other one. Probably not worth it taking Wannick here. 4th can shoot me. Or he can move, develop and shoot me. Come on, buddy. Let's go, buddy. That's a massive one. That's the block I needed to have. I'd take another one, but that first one was big. Ooh! Now it's time to get greedy. Let's go! This one can die. This one's just dead. This one's not the concern. He gets 2 shots at him. If I somehow block both, though, we might get an F that. Oh, my lord, we might get an F that. I'll hit that one with the wowzers. That is what we wanted to have happen, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we needed. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. That's a let's go moment right there. Okay. Now do we even move Grimnak? Probably. It's probably still worth moving him. If I move him, I have to take 1 attack up there, and do I engage those 2 on the far end? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Them just still not being able to do shit is just kind of nice. And I really want to develop heavies out of the back. I might move Grimnak here and just take 1 attack. The flip side is being able to get up to even ground. If I get the switch, being able to get up to even ground on that 4th is really nice. Leaving the Narak's Aura sucks, though. I think it doesn't impact what I'm doing from a hero standpoint, though. But let's still plan out the whole move ahead of time. So Grimnak's going to move up and chomp the one on max height, and then boost the other guy to attack even into the other one. He's not going to be in Wait Then Fire Aura no matter what happens. I just got to bring up back heavies here. I think I just got to bring up back heavies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But do I engage those two and then bring up 2 back heavies, or do I just bring up 3 back heavies? That one's going to move into where Grimneck was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one probably moves up there. I need to know if this one has line of sight or not. Because if not, I can just develop there and mostly ignore those other dudes. All right. All right, so I'll move him. All right. Bring him up to there. We're going to use that one for sure. Okay, we're going to check on that. That's an important one. If they don't have line of sight, then I don't have to tether those forth. And if they do, then I do have to tether them. Otherwise, it's 2 Wait Then Fires down on Chompy. I don't think he has line of sight here. I think that glacier is too tall. But better to check now than later when it could matter more. So I've moved thus far 2 plus 1 other that I'm going to activate. So then I'd like to develop another heavy out of the back if possible. Actually thinking about developing one the other direction up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't double engage with them. So I have one more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. He can't move 6. Can't give him another target. I really like developing heavies here. Overtaking that shot. Let's go to there. I'm going to be asking this question a lot. I have 0 of my physical scape with me, so I can't check anything, unfortunately. Jack Wowzers in chat. I gotta keep it interesting, you know. I gotta try to come up with other things. Oh, he blocked it. That's unfortunate. All right. Probably want to lose this initiative. Went the way we wanted. Whether it's right or not, it went the way we wanted. Need to keep things, interesting with chat. We don't have voice chat going, so it is what it is. I mean, Grimneck could take a single shot from height on Wait Then Fire, but then the others just aren't getting anything good off. Which, like I'm just fine with that. I can just live with it. He rolls 4 for 4 into Grimneck on the one shot he has, that sucks. Glad I moved up and chomped that dude, though. Jesus, that'd have been bad if he wasn't dead. So there's just one dead fourth, which is actually kind of wild. That, I wasn't able to get more there off of that. But they're not in a very good spot to be able to do damage to me either. So there's that. He could go for the disengage cliff, I guess. That's what he was just checking. He's moving if he does that. I don't know what that really accomplishes. I mean, maybe. I don't know. My goal here is to just, broadly speaking, my goal right now is to mitigate the fourth that charge doing anything interesting while developing heavies from the back. Pretty good shot. I move Hrognak on the next order marker, although maybe not. We'll have to see based on what he does. Hroggy could move to the original spot that I wanted to, which is now just below Grimneck. He wouldn't have a shot. Well, he'd have a shot. It'd be a pretty bad shot. Or Hiragi could wait one more turn and have me try to bring up dudes out of the back, which isn't an awful proposition. It just entirely depends on what the fourth do. I have no idea what he's gonna do. If I were him, I'd probably try to be aggressive with the forward ones here and not bring up more, because bringing up more is asking for them to die off the switch. All right, he's gonna Wait Then Fire. Woo! Let's go. That's what we were talking about. No wounds on Grimneck. This is going swimmingly. Come on, buddy. You have 5 defense. You can do it. You can do it. Let's go, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Question is now, does Grimneck move? Or do we bring up Hiragi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm definitely moving up to engage that fourth on even ground. That's happening for sure. Now, he could Wait Then Fire to try to get him to open up the Grimneck attack, which is a possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I moved up Hrognak, I could send another one in there. I probably want to take this attack. If I don't bond with Grimneck, Hrognak could move up and ping that guy, or Grimneck could... What could Grimneck do? 1, 2, 3, 4... Grimneck can't do anything real interesting. He can't get around to the far side. He's not on double road here. I kind of like Grimneck where he is. He's boosting heavies. He's going to boost this one 4v3. Sreich is in a really tough spot if he tries to bring up more fourth later this round with me having the switch. So I think that's the plan. I think we bring up Hrognak now. We've got the opportunity. The only reason not to bring him up is to let the guys in the back have more movement. Which, it's nice, but they just don't need it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they just don't need it that badly. It's a 2v4, which isn't great, but if I get it, I get to get one more development for free. And then I get to move Grimneck and Narak and some stuff more in the future. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it. Roggy Rog. I don't think that's his official name. I'm in a weird mood today. I don't know. It's been one. We'll take that attack. 2v4. 2v4. Okay, that's reasonable. Definitely moving up to there. Gonna have to take that attack. And then I think we just do 2 develops. This guy we've established doesn't have Grimneck. Now he could get a Weight Then Fire and even ground, but if he does, he's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only getting 2 shots, hopefully. Alright, I think we leave the last guy to attack with and then develop 2 up. So that one can develop to there. That's out of range of that guy's line of sight, for sure. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't like giving that guy a better target. Yeah, I want him to have to take the 2v3. Well, yeah, I want him to have to take the 3v3. Actually, that's a nice way to do it, because then you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get him next turn. I feel like I'm not developing very well yet, but I'm just trying to avoid giving them like the best possible attacks. A whiff would be nice. Negatory. Alright, we got one, finally. It was a good one to get. It's weird. I actually think Sir H should Weight Then Fire even with just 2 shots. I think he should take a cross shot 3v3 into that heavy, trying to clear off the 4v5 into Grimneck. If the first shot misses, it's pretty bad, but like there's just not a lot else you can do here. You just really don't want to run forth up to where they get slaughtered, which is part of why I moved Herognak up, because now Herognak can move up again. Herognak can either boost stuff or move up again and start taking 3v3s into the start zone fourth, which is just like pretty sick. Yeah, I'm curious to see what he does. I think this is another Weight Then Fire. Hoping to get a big shot on Grimneck, if you can open up the first can of worms. Which hero do I move next? That's a wild one. Maybe Narak. I don't know. I'm very curious what he does. I don't know what I'm doing here. This isn't quite what I was expecting from Sir H, but it does make a lot of sense, actually. It strings me out more than I wanted to be. It's a good way to get value out of one squad of fourth. Now, the fact that I've only killed 2 of them is also kind of... like, both of our attacks have been pretty bad. The only attack it took me a while to kill one, and then the other was a chomp. Yeah, both of us, our attack defense is pretty bad. His defense... well, our attack's pretty bad. His defense is, like, kind of bonkers, and my defense is dog shit. But a lot of those were 1 for 4, 1 for 4s, so it didn't actually hurt me. Let me check on the chat. You could have used that ladder spot. Yeah, to get to the same thing. It didn't matter. It's a ladder. I liked going the non-ladder route. It made me feel like a more reasonable human. I don't think that one has a shot. I really don't think that one has a shot. I don't know if he's about to say that that one has a shot or not, but I'm not feeling that one having a shot. I have basically one squad of heavies that still needs to develop up out of the back. probably is going to be across the next 2 order markers. Ideally, it's across the next 2 order markers to get him up. I don't think so. I'll draw a line, man, but I'm pretty hidden. That's a tough sell. That's a pretty tough sell. I'd like to use this initiative switch to my benefit in some capacity if possible. I wonder if it's worth it to just come into the start zone hot at the end of this round. I could go Grimnack. So I could go Grimnack with the plan to be Narak on the following order marker and just try to like start yeeting forth out of existence in the start zone. The only thing I don't like about the fact that man, I'm tired. This is not going to end well for me. I'm too tired. I don't like about that the fact that I get really strung out. Boy, being tired on stream is less fun than being tired not on stream. Wake up. Okay. So Grimnack can't reach that one. It's fine. Grimnack doesn't. If Grimnack moves here, he doesn't want to move into Wait Then Fire range of 4th in the start zone. That's like the only real bad outcome. So it would be Grimnack moving up a little bit. Honestly, I actually think he does have line of sight there. That one seems like it's going to be line of sight. I could leave a squad of heavies back and come into the start zone now, trying to just rip havoc, like, on my 3. Basically, if I did that, I would develop heavies from, like, the middle on this ensuing turn. 1, 2, 3. Man, it's tempting to ship Grimneck in there. Not for 1 chomp. It's not worth the Wait Then Fire. It's not worth 1 chomp. Sorry, the chomp. 1 chomp isn't worth the Wait Then Fire. Oh, damn, I'm tired. I'm going to lose this game. I'm too tired. Oh. Should have known better. It's my fault. Interesting. Who's he shooting? I have no idea who he's shooting there. I guess. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Narak even ground. Wow. Going ballsy. Alright. We blocked that. Good. That would have hurt. Oh no, this one is going to hurt. Yeah. That one does hurt. That one hurts a lot. Alright, that doesn't hit. And this last one's going to have 6 defense. Actually, either way, regardless of which one he shoots, it'd be 6 defense. Grimnack, huh? What's Big Chompy? All right. I'm gonna need a minute. This is a hard turn. Posting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grimneck could come in and chomp the guy in the middle. Doesn't accomplish a ton. It really doesn't. I think that 1, 2, we want to develop heavies to attack the 2/4 in the bottom end. And maybe even the one in the top end. I could just come in super hot here, but I'm just out of position. I hate the fact that Narak is where he is to do that with. I could move Narak up on this turn to cover stuff. Can't get to there. Not that I'd want him to anyways, that's a bad spot. Hrognak could move here, although Hrognak boosting stuff is really good. Oh, man. Alright, so for Grimnak to be able to get into the start zone, I could send Grimnak into the start zone around the north end here by developing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I push Grimnak up one space, he's got to wait then fire from where he's at into Grimnak from low ground. If I have to push him up 2 spaces to be able to get there, and then he's got it. Or I could go there to max height instead, and then he doesn't have it. I can get Grimnak into there. 1, 2, 3. Nope, but he's out of Hrognak aura. If I do that, damn. I don't know what to do here. I really want to take advantage of this initiative switch, but I just don't see how. I don't see what I can do. I mean, like, it's the heroes are just like, I'm just like a turn behind where I want to be. Okay, other option is just to kind of hold back and hope to lose the next initiative as well. I might be leaning that direction. To do that, if we do that, I would probably leave the 2 guys that just moved up alone and go engage the other 2 while developing 2 other guys. If I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to move Hrognak now to take a ping shot. I really don't hate that. I'm blocking the spot Grimnak could move into. I probably don't have line of sight there. I could move up. Well, no, because I want to move a heavy there. That's just a really good heavy shot. I think we bond with Hrognak, as weird as it is. I don't want to move up Grimnak yet. I really don't want to move Grimnak yet. I think that I'm not in a position to play for this initiative switch, unfortunately. I think I got too strung out countering the 4th move to be able to do that. So we're going to bond with Hrognak. Grimnak could go there anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Grimnak could go to there. This is fine. This is fine. And then we'll take a shot. If he wants to waste his time shooting at Hrognak, I am thrilled with that. Wait a minute. I am outside of Narak's aura. I don't care. He can shoot at Hrognak all he wants. All right, time to go in. All right, so we're going to move up and engage that one, even though we're on low ground. That to there, that one to there. I really want to kill that 4th. And then I get one more development. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really wish heavies had 6 move right now. And do that up to road there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. 1 attack here. Probably not. Yep. Okay. 1 attack here. Probably. Got him. Okay, that's all of our attacks. How many fourths are dead? 1 squad of fourth is dead. 3 heavies are dead. 1 wound on Narak. I like those trades, considering that I have board control here. And it's just entirely dependent on what Sir H does. If Sir H comes up with fourth now, I'll come in and hit them. If he hangs back, I'll develop again, do another Hiragi ping, and develop again from the dudes in the back. I've almost got them all up. Almost. I got 3 more in the back still that I need to bring up. Alright, look, you can... So you're saying I can win our CCL game if I'm tired? Absolutely, Darkleaf. Absolutely. I am nowhere remotely thinking about this well right now. Whether my play is good or not, I can tell you with definitiveness that my brain is in severe brain fog. And it's not good. 6 move and disengage. Yeah, it'd be pretty good. It's almost like Blade Grets have that 6 move and disengage, you know? Too bad they're 2-2 instead of 3-3. Stupid little Blade Grets. Not enough Blade Grets were 3-3. Let's go. Yeah, I'm really exhausted. If any of y'all want to kill the stream, I would understand entirely. I can't imagine I'm making a lot of sense right now. I'm trying to hold it together here, but been a long day. I don't know what he does. It's up to him to decide what he does here. I don't think he should bring up a bunch of new dudes. Honestly. But you never know. We'll see. If he doesn't come in, my options are to do another Hrognak ping or to move Narak. See merit both ways. Hrognak pings are great. Narak development is great. Probably lean Narak development, honestly. I think I lean Narak development. He seems inclined to shoot Narak even when I think it's wrong. So I kind of like throwing Narak up there with 5 defense and baiting him into coming in and taking 4 2v5s. Honestly, kind of do. Seems good to me. Can't quite get Narak to where he'd want to be over there. Well, if he kills the heavy, I could. Nope, I still can't. That's 9 move. Never mind. Yeah, I did kind of think that fourth would go there. If he misses the 3v4, though, I get him. Which is pretty sweet. So with this move, it depends on what he does. If he doesn't bring up any more, I'm going to move Narak to cover the heavies that are then going to come in. Oh, well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Not what I was expecting. I don't know who he's going to shoot. I guess he shoots even ground, 2v3 at a heavy. I love that spot. If I get the switch, I can get it up there and pretty easily kill him. Very aggressive. Very aggressive. I might ship in Grimnack. That's so aggressive, I might just ship in Mr. Grimnack. Oh, if I lose initiative, it's bad. Well, it's 3v5s. And then I toast them. Come on, heavy. Big shot here. Damn it. It's bad. That's a really bad whiff. Oh, that's a really bad whiff. That one hurt. Now he gets another high percentage shot off. Frick. Oh, that's good. That's real good. Come on, buddy, don't whiff this. No, you stupid heavy grut. Holy shit. This is my unfiltered tired. Fuck. That was bad. Man. Those were brutal whiffs. I think I'm coming in with Grimnack here. I think it's time to come in. Oh. Man, that was bad. So how many things can hit me in Weight and Fire Aura? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 3. Just 3. We go Grimnack, Narak, Grimnack. Coming with heavies here. We basically are going to, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd probably move 3 heavies up and develop 1 on this turn. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta get this guy. I really gotta get that guy. That guy's pissing me off so much. I think we just gotta start using Grimnack offensively and make them... I've lost too many heavies. I need to make shooting Grimnack a thing, I think. We chomp him. We boost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Him. I think he'd wait then fire into Grimnack 3v5s, and I think I'm okay with that. I don't know. I'm too tired to consider thinking anything else. I'm going for the innate switch. I'm just going for the innate switch. I'm going all out for it. I can do so much damage here. Yeah, I'm coming in. I'm just coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I may just leave some heavies in the back. I don't know. I'm not making good decisions. I need another heavy up by Grimnack to be able to come in there, because we're going to move in and chomp, and then we're going to want to support those 2 spots. What's the backmost one that I can move up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. From there, I can move to there. 1, 2. Yeah, from there I can move to there. I'm stringing myself out pretty badly here, but if he shoots Grimneck and misses him for 2 turns... If he doesn't kill Grimneck for 2 turns, this just goes swimmingly. I've got big upside. I don't like it. This entire game is just... I'm playing bad, but I'm giving myself a chance to win by getting the initiative switch, I think. I don't love how many heavies I'm leaving in the back. We're going to end up having to regroup with, like, Narak and a squad of heavies later. Or, like, Hroggy and a squad of heavies, I think. But I think the initiative switch is just so good here. Yeah. Could go horribly. I think I've lost too many heavies to keep slow rolling. I'm doing it. It's a good roll. Damn. That's a bad roll. Huh! Look at that. Oh my lord, that's awful. I want to win this initiative. We got the switch. Now do I go Narak or Grimneck? I'm actually thinking Grimneck now because... I mean, I'm giving him an entire weight than fire on me. But if he takes it, he's not shooting other shit. And then I bring in Narak on the following turn. Because I didn't get that one heavy, where could Narak get to? Let me consider my Narak options. Narak could come to there and cover most things. But I just think I want Grimneck chomping here. So if Grimneck moves into chomp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Narak can still cover him on the following turn. Grimneck would get a chomp and an even ground attack and then another attack. He's just taking 3v4s. I mean, how many 3v4s does it take? So 3v4s... 0.5? 2 wounds to Grimneck on average? If all that happens is Grimneck takes 2 wounds, I'm pretty ecstatic about that. I think I need to take that risk. Yeah, if I'd killed this one, I think I don't have to take that risk, but having not killed him, I think we got to take him out now. I'll move Narak next turn, probably. I may not. I'm in a weird spot. Rat. That's okay. He goes there. He goes there. He goes there. Actually, he definitely goes there. He might go somewhere else. No. I don't think so. Thing is, if he survives, which he probably will, 1, 2, 3, 4, he can get height next turn. I'm actually going to send this guy somewhere else. Tie up some of the dudes who could wait, then fire Grimneck. So 1, 2, 3, and then I need one more move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this guy. 1, 2. Well, actually, he could move pretty far. 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can get to various fun spots. And we take our attacks. All right, let's do it. This one first. Damn. 1 for 3. Rolling 1 for 3 attack is just so sad. I'll check in with the chat after this turn. Oh, we got him! Hell yeah, baby. All right, which one do we want over here more? That one. Naturally. And then, which one do I want over here more? I think pivoting Grimnack. If I want to use Grimnack, pivoting Grimnack makes the most sense, so we'll do that one. That's a good shot. That better go through. Okay. Invert those defense and I get an extra kill. So there's 10 fourth left. I'm going to let him think it's game. I don't think it's remotely close to game, but we'll let him think whatever he wants to. I mean, he's going to wait then fire here. Nothing else makes any remote sense in the known universe. I'm almost certainly going to move Narok on the next turn to cover all my shit in the front. Yeah, I'm going to move Narok next turn. If Grimnack survives, he'll just be boosting 2 heavies into 4th mass. Oh, I said I was going to check on the chat and I didn't. Sorry, y'all. Let me look. So, let's see. Dang, I've never read Herognak's card. That's neat. Yeah, he's cool. I mean, like, don't get me... Like, I want Mara Warriors instead, right? Like, he's not the thing. I want 24 points and Mara Warriors in Osamu instead of him, but... Darkleaf, I would never skip a Suboptimal Chris gameplay stream. You know, I don't even know if it is a suboptimal. I'm going to find out when I watch this back in a few days, but all I know for sure is that I don't trust my own brain as I'm doing it. Jack, is it good to be trading heavies for 4th here? Genuinely curious. So I think so. I think that, like, he has to choose... Oh yeah, he knows he can get the Weight Then Fires on Grimnack. I'm okay with that. Like, 4 Weight Then Fires on Grimnack does, like, a little over 2 wounds on average, and as long as he doesn't kill Grimnack, then I just, like, crush him. The problem is here, like, what I'm trying to do... Okay, let me back up. What I'm trying to do is present a situation where him attacking Grimnack and him attacking heavies are, like, somewhat of equal value. If I come in with the wrong ratio of them, then he can attack one over the other and have it be, like, a super profitable play. If I'm trying to make my opponent's decisions indifferent, I want to present them with the Grimnack shot and the heavy shots and then sort of let them do whatever they want to from there. Potentially make a mistake, but as long as, if they're close, it can't be that big of a mistake. It just, like, if he shoots Grimnack and doesn't kill him, which, like, he probably won't, then it's pretty good. If he shoots Grimnack and doesn't do a lot of wounds, it's also pretty good. If Grimnack takes, like, 4 wounds, I probably will wait to move in Narok for a turn, and probably use Grimnack for 1 more turn while I've got him. Is he moving? Oh, I should have shifted that heavy over a bit. I don't think it would have mattered. I think he's going to shoot heavies here. I'll give that one to him. It's close. It's close enough that I'll kind of fight it. And he certainly might have it. I think he's going to shoot heavies. So if he shoots heavies and kills 4 of them... Like, I don't hate this play, because if he shoots heavies and kills 4 of them, he is in a very good spot. If he shoots heavies and only gets 2 of them, he's not in a very good spot. Then I get to Grimnack and Heavy and just hit him with a lot. Not having Narok up is really brutal, though. I really got to get Narok up there. Yeah, I think we just got to move Narok next turn. It's not my favorite option, but we just need Narok so badly to cover these heavies. I really hope that this is bringing some rioting up in the main chat, because I deserve to be rioted. I'm sure I've done things that deserve to be rioted in here. Rioting hasn't even crossed my brain. Would you look at that? That's how far out of it I am. Yeah, the funky thing here is I actually think he should shoot Grimnack. I think he should shoot heavies. I think shooting Grimnack is wrong. I think shooting heavies is right. I want him to shoot Grimnack here. To be like I want him to shoot Grimneck here. He shoots Grimneck and does 2 wounds to Grimneck. I can move up Narak and I win the game. I think he's supposed to shoot heavies. A lot of them have 4 defense. This is the only one. Oh, that's massive. Holy hell! Oh, wow. Things went well. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, this is... I just win now, I think. Probably. If I don't lose this guy, this is the most... I gotta move up Narak now. Now we definitely move up Narak. Grimneck chomping one thing isn't worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. That's not where we want to be. I have no idea if that's him calling it or not. Alright, so we're moving Narak there for sure. Move that heavy down into there. They're both covered by Narak now. Move that heavy to there where he has height for the attack. And let's see. Well, I mean, I actually think I want to get a development up here instead this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I want to get a development here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that was a good turn. That was an excellent turn. Nothing died. I got to move up Narak and I killed all 3 targets. That probably is game now, honestly. Yeah. Now I don't know what he targets. The reason I did the heavy developments I did was even if he kills a couple heavies here, I can still get max health. Boy, and he missed. That's brutal. Dams. That one is 4 defense. He got a kill. Look at that. If he doesn't get this last kill, that would be nice. I get 4. He does not get the last kill. We're definitely using Grimneck. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have to deal with Drake soon, but not yet. Being next to Grimnack is the same thing as being elsewhere in the aura. That one's actually super high defense, so I don't mind him sitting there where he's at. Maybe I just... No, I think the attack is worth it. I think getting him below activations here is just really good. 1, 2, 3. The problem is there's nowhere I can go that I'm in the aura with. 1, 2, 3. I could develop another heavy here. It's not the worst idea. I actually like that better. I'm going to go for the same one here. The reason I went for that one is I really want Grimnack to be able to pivot one space to where he was on the following turn. Yeah, I guess it's even better if he can pivot one space further, so we'll go for that one too. Okay, we missed that. At the end of my round, going into the next round, he's going to have Drake and 5/4. We'll see how this turn does. If I end up losing my forward force, I may end up in a situation where I have to retreat Narek and Hrognak. The good news for me right now is my brain is working a little better than before. Jack Wowzers. Yeah, that's right. We got the Wowzers going. I got to make it a new thing. Darkleaf, Gross, Lol. Heavy's clutched up. So far they have. Which shot is that? Okay, I have 4 defense there. He's dead. Just not 4 kills. That's like what I'm asking for. 4 kills seems unreasonable. That's so blockable. Damn right it's blockable. 1 more kill, and that's it. 1 more kill is so reasonable. That's so blockable. Yeah! Alright, you can get the last kill. It's okay. We've avoided the worst variance that we needed to. These are the thoughts that go through my head when I'm playing a game. Live, online, whatever. This is the random shit that goes through it. That's another blockable one. Now I get greedy. See, that's why we get greedy. All right. His order marker is going to depend on what we do. I'll probably lose initiative here. I do lose initiative here. That's fine. His 1's on 4th, his 3's on Drake, his 2 is on somebody. I really got to start actually caring about Drake here. Yeah, I got to start caring about Drake. So he gets 1 last wait, then fire with everyone before I come in hot. Yeah, I know because people told me. Y'all are the best. About 2 hours ago during the doc game. I really need to sleep like 9 hours tonight. Holy Lord. Why am I putting this on YouTube for posterity? Whatever. I mean, I don't know what the decision... The decision just here is, does he go for Grimneck? Probably right. He's not... He just because he can't kill Grimneck in one turn is the problem. Again, 2 kills is fine. 2 kills. I'll give you 2 kills. Just not more than that. That's so blockable. Yeah! That one might not be blockable. That's a good roll. He's due for some of those. Yep, we lost a heavy. That's fine. 1 more, not 2 more. Does it? All right, that's fine. We got it. I got what I asked for. I got what I asked for. I'm happy. I get initiative switched. He only gets a couple, like 2 heavies here. That's fine. It's like a fill in the blank with your own curse word type of situation. Ooh, and I got the greedy one. I didn't even get greedy. I just got it. All right. I think it's time for Grimneck to do the things. So we're gonna bomb with Grimneck here. We have to. We're gonna move him out of Narak's aura, but that's okay. It's worth it. Chomp that one. Lol. All right. Okay. Now we need to start putting some wounds on 4th and also Drake. So I'm going to start taking 4v3s into Drake because we need to get Drake down. Next turn, I'm actually going to move in Narak into the start zone, but for now, we're going to go for it like this. So that one's going to move up to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That one's going to move into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to come in like this and start hitting Drake as best we can. We only get 1 attack on 4th, so like 4th could do some annoying things here, but it is what it is. I really want to start putting wounds on Drake. Ooh, ew. 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 Oh well, we did a wound. I'll take it. Huh, 3 for 3. That's good. I still am never sure if he's actually surrendering or not. Lol, he blocked. I still don't know if it's over. I think it's over. I still don't know. see, Jack, is it ever chomp on Drake? I considered it, but no. I just like that's a thing where I just want to lower variance as much as I can. I'm taking a bunch of attacks on Drake and chomping fourth. Just get the auto kills. Darkleaf is pure unfiltered Chris Perkins. Well, I'm glad that it was entertaining then. I am glad that it was entertaining. I'm sitting here streaming the turn 1 Narak move. What was so dumb? Feels like you should just finish. Yeah, Jack, I think so too. But I mean, look, last VCheese, I declined. I would not let Earthling resign when he wanted to, and then I lost the game. So I am taking the resignation and walking away with it. Yes, a win is a win, indeed. For knocking another range build. You're welcome, Jack. Let me go back to the chat here. All right, I'm going into VCheese now. In a moment. Squad out there. Anywho's. Let's hop into VCheese. VCheese game with no Raylan is neat. That's true. This was one of the no Raylan VCheeses. Let me see. Looking back in the chat here for a minute, and then I'm going to wrap this up so I can go sleep. It's probably like a 20% greater than 0. I like your math, Skywhale. Take the resignation. I think the odds are lower than that. Yeah, the odds are a lot lower than that. It's not anywhere near 20%. It's like sub 5% at best. If the next order marker is on Drake, it's way worse. Because then you can just only kill one thing at a time and he just loses Drake. Which is why I was trying to swamp Drake there. Like, my win condition was preventing Drake from, like, beating a squad in the end game or something. Darkleaf play everything out on principle, so yeah, I agree with sticking it out. But if... Yeah. I mean, I try to also. I, like, basically never resign, but... I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you're, like, playing out a game you think you're going to lose isn't the most fun thing ever. For me, it's a question, like... I try to treat it as, like, a theoretical question of, like, okay, how do I realize my 3% win rate? Like, if I have 3% here, like... I try to force myself to think about what is the path that gives me a 3% chance to win. and then go for that. You almost never convert it, but I personally find the thought process of doing that interesting and fun to like conceptualize. Like, okay, what is A happens, B happens, C happens, D happens, E happens, then I win. Play for that. Righties. Let me wrap this up. All right. Cool. That is it. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stream there because I'm exhausted and need to sleep. If you watch this and stuck it out, appreciate it. I hope that me being asleep me was at least fun. And yeah, I will catch y'all later. Peace.